MK, and I am back with another May I Scraplift You. I am also joining my friend Moira for Christmas in May. Now, the 25th of every month, she is doing a kind of like a Christmas celebration type thing just because of the 25th. Now, today, I am scraplifting the amazing Vicki Boutin. Now, the first photo that I showed you guys was the photo that I picked up off of her Facebook group. And then the next one that I showed you was a screenshot that I took from the YouTube video that she did creating this layout. And I had no idea that all of that extra goodness was off on the right. So when I set up the, I don't know, kit that I created for my photos right here, I didn't have a clue that any of that stuff even was going on. I knew I was going to do a little bit of splatty bits. I knew I wanted red and green. And I also wanted to represent music because this is my daughter's Christmas concert that she did while she was in choir. And so the pieces that I'm pulling out are just a mismatch of Simple Stories, 49 and Market, old Teresa Collins stuff, as well as a cut file that I have no idea where I got, you guys. I apologize about that. And a bunch of miscellaneous pieces that I have just collected. Yep, that's it. So right here, I am just measuring a little bit of this striped piece because of the fact that I wanted to just cut off that poinsettia just in case I wanted to use the other side of the striped, even though I bought it for the stripe. Truth be told. And then I also figured that a lot of my elements were red, so I wanted to bring in the green. I mean, that is what makes it Christmas, right? Anyways, I have decided that I am going to cut up my cut file just so it lays on the left a little bit better than it would have if it had that extra swirly bit at the bottom. It was taking up too much space. And like Vicki Boutin's, I want to put my title on the left side as well. But instead of just having 2 strips of paper or how many ever pieces she had, I'm sorry if I got it wrong. But instead of that, I wanted to use this amazing cut file, kind of like, you know, it's music coming from their mouths, you know, kind of like a cartoon. It kind of shows you that. Anyways, I'm going off topic. So I decided that before I glued anything down, I wanted to make sure that I had enough elements to basically, like, was I missing anything? Did I have enough ratio red to green? Or, you know, was it just too much of anything? I'm not sure. I don't know. So I just picked out very, very little pieces, which is kind of sort of like, okay, to be honest, when I use a cut file, I honestly feel like it doesn't need the layout. It is the layout. Doesn't need hardly anything added to it. Just a little bit here, a little bit there, and that's it. I just, the cut file says everything. It basically is your layout. And I've noticed that lately when I use a cut file, I hardly use any elements. So anyways, I've got everything all like, wow. I have everything laid out. Oh my goodness. Can we try for another take on this? Anyways, I'm so sorry, you guys. So I am going for, you know, I've laid everything out, and then I was going to use my technique of glue everything down first, but I've got things glued to my striped piece, which I have not glued down yet. I've got things tucked around and on top of my cut file, again, not glued down yet. And I have, you know, photo mats that are kind of crooked, kind of on the wonky side, because I wanted it to look like it was just thrown down, like you take your mail and throw it on the counter and then it kind of just doesn't stay in the pile, but it goes askew a little bit. Okay, exaggerating a little bit, but that's what's going on in my brain. You know, it's a scary place inside there, I swear. I also took off the piece that I cut off because I don't like to waste, and I don't like to hold on to it because then what if I don't remember, or now I have to store it, right? So I tried to find another spot for the little swirl on, you know, that I cut off of my cut file, and it was absolutely perfect to have it coming off the right side of the photo. Absolutely perfect. So I am just basically gluing everything down, so when I move it, I kind of sort of know exactly where it goes. Kind of, sort of. I think it shifts a little bit, but hey, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, well, slightly. I am OCD. Anyways, moved everything off because I want to do a splatter. Now, I didn't want to do gold splatter because my title is going to be partially gold, and I didn't want to have a whole lot of that. And so I brought in some of this black. Now, I know Christmas in black doesn't go, but I like it. I like the starkness. It's kind of almost like, you know, ripping off a black piece and tucking it under somewhere, and then all of a sudden the colors become a little bit more brighter. It just is that element that I felt like it was missing. I think gold would have got lost on this muted background because it wasn't white. So that's why I went with the black. Plus, I wanted to. That's the only reason. I do know that my cut file is white and my stripes are a grayish white, but I'm okay with mixing my whites and my creams and my beiges and whatever other colors are mixed in between. I'm okay with that because it's fun. It's you know, it just brings in more, well, can I say color without getting in trouble? Maybe it does. It brings in a little bit more. Plus, it brightens up the music sheets in a way. I don't know. The music sheets I've ever seen have always been cream like this. I've never seen a white music sheet before. Maybe there are some in there. I'm not a music expert though, so maybe there are some, but all the ones I've ever seen have been cream like this. And so to bring in the white, I was okay with that. So just trimming up a little bit more of this cut file. I love this cut file. I am so glad that I get to use my musical elements. My daughter, my two oldest children are into music as far as, you know, like chorus and singing and stuff like that. So none of them have taken up an instrument just yet, but hey, we're working on it. My son got the thingy. He got a guitar. My middle son got a guitar for Christmas a few years back, but he kind of just plucks on it. Hasn't really taken an interest in it just yet, but we're hoping that he will. There's a class that he wanted to sign up for. It's some sort of advanced music class, and so we'll see if he wants to take that and learn a little bit more about his guitar. Yeah. Anyways, just adhering everything since I've already done all the hard work up front. I am adhering everything. That little circle that says Silent Night is actually like a patch. It's a fabric little, you sew it on to a t-shirt or something, patch that is way back in the day, I think from Close to My Heart, like a million years ago. And then I have a little label that just says Fa La La, and that makes it all done. But I did pop that up so this layout wasn't very, very flat, even though it does look like it has a lot of dimension because of the layers added. Now, Vicky actually did a ton of layering in her layout. She has her splatty bits in the back, she has her textured paste, and then she added glitter on top of the texture paste. So when I watched her video creating this layout, I was just impressed. For one, how fast it went. And then when I put my layout together, it was like, oh, that was really super fast. Like, wow, super uber fast. So I am taking a couple asterisks, finishing off, just adding some gold on the other side of the layout because I wanted to balance it out. And that is it. I am done. The black little splatter, like I said, was just an add-on, you guys. It didn't need to be done, but I felt like it was a layer that needed to be behind my photo. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out everyone else that is helping us celebrate Christmas today because it is the 25th, as well as everyone else that is playing along with May I Scraplift You. All their links are down below in the description box. I also want to explain that it is technically Take Out Your Tools Tuesday, and because I already pre-planned this layout, not knowing it was going to be on Tuesday, I will change out Take Out Your Tools Tuesday for Thursday. So be on the lookout for that, and I will see y'all later. Bye.